guys, welcome back to another video. This is Serena and today we are going to be doing straddles. So very quick insight here. I do not know how to do a straddle, or I know how to do a straddle, however, I have never achieved one, mostly due to lack of discipline, to be very honest. So now that I am on camera, I'm getting my word out there. I want to be able to get my straddle this year. Now, I do have a good range of flexibility in my opinion. However, again, I have not been disciplined enough to do the exercises and the stretches I needed to do to get to that straddle. So I am going to be implementing stretches from everywhere, from yoga, from dance practices, from Pilates, from just people all over the internet as well, and just putting them here, and hopefully we can together get our straddles. So if you are ready, go ahead, grab a yoga mat. You'll definitely need a few yoga blocks, and let's get started. Okay, so we are first going to come into a butterfly position. We're just going to flap our legs just to get a good range of motion going within them. You can do individual, or you can just press them down and while you're flapping and just keep on going. Now, we are going to need to warm up those legs. So what we're going to do is come to you could call it like a V-sit. And we are now just going to bring our legs to the center, over to the other side, and then we're going to do the same over. Now, we're going to do it with this leg and backwards. And again, one more time. And backwards. And of course, this side. Alrighty, we are now going to come to our hands and our knees. We want to bring our leg, I don't know if you guys have heard of the hydrant. I'm pretty sure it's just like the fire hydrant pose. So we're just going to come up, come down, and around. Up, down, and around 5 more times. And honestly, I lost count. So this side, we're definitely going to do 8 count with me. Okay, you should start to feel a little bit of a burn in the butt, but this is also helping just warm up this area as well. So we are going to start by bringing one leg folded forward, the other one extended. Now we're going to try to work the rotation here. So we don't want to be doing any of this. We want to stay centered, have our leg out as much as possible. We want to have this knee on the ground. So we are going to do 10 of these, and of course we'll do it on the other side. So here we go. Bringing it forward, you should feel a stretch within the groin area. Seven and 8. Now I want you to come over on top of it and allow that groin area to just stretch. You want to make sure your knees are not hurting. If your knees are hurting, check in with your body, check in with your positioning, because that will lead to injury, and obviously that is not what we want. We want flexibility without injury. So come forward. Again, just let that groin area just stretch as much as possible. Okay, now we are going to bring it to the other side. Again, making sure this leg is parallel as possible and to the ground. And we are going to come forward. 8, 9, and 10. Again, come forward. Allow that leg to just sink as far down as possible, holding it here just for a few breaths. Now, a good portion of the straddle comes from, of course, we want to have our inner and outer hamstring or thighs as flexible as possible, but a lot of it comes from the lower back as well, kind of like lower back leading into hamstrings and so on. So we are going to do some stretches. We're going to turn this way because we do want to get a good range of flexibility in our hamstrings. So bring both feet forward and just shake them out. And what we're going to do is we're just going to grab the big toes and just come forward. No need to go too deep, just staying here is perfect. And just breathe. This is just going to loosen up whatever tightness you're already feeling, and then we'll get a little bit deeper. All right, now pull yourself a little bit further, come down if you can. Have your elbows or your forearms meet your shins and keep a flat back as much as possible, and we'll hold here for a few more breaths as well. And just to go a little bit deeper, grab the back of your feet. And again, keep a flat back as much as possible and come down even further. Breathe as deeply as you can. You don't want to be tight here. You want to be as lax as possible. Much easier said than done. Okay, now we are going to come back forward, and we are now going to work our way down to having our chest to the ground. Again, you will feel it a lot in the hamstrings, the lower back. This is just part of getting there. And again, I haven't been disciplined before, but I am ready to achieve it. So we are just going to come down to our forearms and extend. We'll do this for 10 times. Okay, on 10, we're just gonna stay here and just breathe. I have a visitor. Thank you, Rambo. I really appreciate it. All right, walk on over to your right side and come over as far as possible. Make sure you're not lifting. You want your hip bones or your sitting bones, you want them grounded. Do not lift up. That defeats the purpose. So come over as far as possible and get a good stretch here as well as in the hamstring. Perfect. Now walk on over to your other side. Again, bringing it over, getting a good stretch. Now we are going to come to the center, and we are going to try to get our chest to the ground. But before doing so, let's kind of try to work our way there. So come to the side, and then come further down. Come to the side, come to the side, and then further down. If this is enough for you, this is where these yoga blocks come in handy. Keep them right here. You can keep them right here if need be. Wherever you are, just use those blocks to assist you in just getting deeper and deeper. Again, to the side, and down. And this is the part that's gonna hurt, at least it's gonna hurt me. We want to just extend fully into a pancake position. Just a few more breaths here, and then we will move on to an even deeper pose. My legs are shaking. If yours are shaking, just check in with me. It's completely normal. And come on up. Woo! Shake those legs out. And we're gonna come into my very beloved, yet somewhat hated position, which is the frog position. This is a great stretch. It is very deep, so you will feel it. Let's go ahead and bring, my cat is hilarious. Let's go ahead and bring our blocks about where we are flexibility-wise. And we are just gonna hold this here, sorry my friends, for about a minute. And I will put a timer on in the upper right corner, and we will slowly die together. Here we go. And definitely while you're here, you want to engage. You want to make sure you're not coming too forward. Stay right over and just breathe as your hips allow themselves to let go. And also make sure you're not sinking down. You want to stay engaged even though we're kind of in a resting state. If you're feeling up for the challenge, just extend those knees a little bit further if you can. Alrighty, come on up and come on out. Woo! Slowly does it. While we are here, we're just gonna come on down to a very low squat. And we're just gonna push out those knees. Stay upward as possible, and just hold here. Tell me guys in the comments below, how was that frog position? Kind of like an elevated frog position. Did you hold it for the entire minute? Were you able to, or was it just way too intense? Let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, that was pretty intense for me. I don't know why, but for some reason doing front splits works perfectly, but this way, my hips are like, you're gonna have to work on it. Now we are going to come down into another frog. We are going to, if you have a baseboard that's available, bring your feet there, and again, just hover over. This time for 30 seconds. Okay, come on up. We are going to actually come forward and come back. Forward and back, just 5 more times. Forward and back, staying center. Forward and back. Forward and back. Lost count again. Forward, back, forward, and back. Right there, perfect. Come on out. Woo! Shake those legs out. Oh yeah, mine definitely hurt. And what we're gonna do to just end this, we are going to come to a butterfly. I prefer to do my butterfly laying down just because I feel like I'm more in a relaxed state and my hips begin to fall a little bit deeper. So you can have a block underneath your head. Ooh, let me adjust this. You can have a block right underneath your head, a block underneath your legs, and we are just going to relax for the last minute and allow our hips to just fall. So close your eyes and breathe through this stretch. And sometimes unintentionally, you may be arching your back to try to take some of that tension off of your hips. Take notice of that and just flatten as much as possible. You can also just rest your hands on to give it a little bit more of a weight. Alrighty, bring those legs up slowly, roll on up. From me and my very active cat, thank you so much for tuning in. This is just one video out of many on how to get those straddles. I really hope that at the end of these 2 months, this 2-month challenge for me, I can get the straddle. If you want to join the challenge, comment down below and we can definitely be each other's accountability partner. That will definitely force me to make sure when I come back in here in 2+ months, my straddle is looking amazing. So thank you guys again for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead, give me a thumbs up, hit that notification bell if you want to stay tuned, and comment down below. Let me know how these stretches felt for you. I will see you guys next week and have a great day. Bye.